Sound dude, focus.
We're cooking things.
Alrighty, coming hot.
What we're about to do, keep one side so we can twist the handle, keep the side that we're using for the blade cool. In theory, that's what we're doing here. We'll see if I can fit this into that gap. That's what she said.
Wait for it. Kill it.
What happened?
The asbestos is getting to him.
No, not the asbestos. What we have
Yes.
is redirected flame.
What?
Where, yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
it's blowing out that way?
It's actually venting down,
What?
and we need to get sand in there right now. We're going to burn a hole right through the bottom of that plate.
There was a lack of sand. It is blowing through the bottom.
Yeah.
That's not good. We're going to get some sand.
Just keep it going.
I'm going to try to keep it out of the furnace. Yeah, I can just even it out a little bit. Like,
Go that way.
go this way. You want me to encircle it?
Yes. All right.
Beautiful.
A full-fledged Zen garden.
Okay. I'd say that's looking like it shouldn't melt our metal.
Well, it'll be at least a better insulator than what we had, because it was really venting flame right behind it,
Indeed.
and
Have the whole thing collapse.
whew,
Blasting flames everywhere.
boom. All right. So when we come back, we will point out the change that all you young guys that are going to be young as in the sense of new to the blacksmithing, if you're going to use this same sort of metal tray concept and this type of furnace, have some sort of insulator in here for any sort of leak flame you've got around your furnace, so as to make it to where you don't burn up what you supposedly are in the middle of trying to forge. You know,
Yeah.
that could cause adverse side effects.
About to smelt the table a
That's
little bit.
exactly right. Yeah, we're going to wind up iron forging the table. Yeah.
Not the original plan.
No. All right. Now, when we see the sand turn to glass, we'll know that we still have fire leakage. Yeah, last night I'd re-engineered this.
Yeah.
Took this off, flipped it over, so we had a flat instead of being in the hole. And the cat goes, "You're still going to have a heat problem, aren't you?" No, nonsense. See, then it'll have all that air around it. What we're trying to do is get this hot well out of there. And she went, "Whatever."
Okay.
So apparently it's still going to burn right through the freaking plate if it's upside down or right side down.
As it turns
But the difference is now with it like this, it'll hold sand. The
There you
other
go.
way, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't have at all.
Wouldn't at all. All right, so
Actually, what I said.
let's try this yet one more time. She went, no, I'm sure it'll work, hon. You go right ahead and do you.
Nice. Think we should let it sit for a minute?
Nope, put that sucker in there. Nice.
Okie dokie. That'll do.
Warmed?
It's a little toasty.
You don't have to put your hand at the tip when you're holding.
Well, that's a good start.
I was wondering why I smelled that smell.
I got a little toasty.
The hair is burning.
Yeah, I was wondering why the hair smelled burnt. Or I was like, this burning something.
Holy shit. All right. To my layperson's perspective, you are pretty close to cherry on that thing, yes?
Indeed, you want to see? Okay. Let us begin. Everyone stay away.
Yeah, we are freaking cherry. You drop it on me, you and I are instantly going to stop being friends. Look at that mother bend. Yeah. Easy, steady. Yeah, don't grab it. Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna need more heat. All right, we're gonna continue this one.
All right.
It is twisting though.
We bent steel.
We did. The steel is bending.
We just bent steel. Baby! We just bent steel.
We're bending things.
We made something hot.
We made it real hot.
Yeah.
All right, we are red again.
There you go. You need to learn how to do it with the other hand.
Quick. Oh, slip again. Tighter. Yeah. Come on, you bastard.
Nice. Nice.
That should be.
Anybody who don't like that, you know what that is.
The blade part is definitely still separate from the twist.
And it will be once we start hammering it out.
I might have to twist it back a little bit unless we want to forge on the diamond, as they say. So
That's on you, man. I mean, we're just smacking steel today. Nobody's trying to do anything but get hot. By the way, it's taken no more than 3 minutes to get those to blistering.
yeah, that is
Not more than 3
quick.
minutes, which is amazing. It's an absolute, you know, I mean, I was concerned that it was going to take 20, 30 minutes to get it to blistering, and it's 3 minutes later, it's cherry.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put this back in so I can twist it properly because I think I got overzealous, twisted it too far. I think I'm supposed to do this while it's a little hotter, but it's working for the part that we twisted, so.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely have to true up our stumps a little bit, get this weeble out of it.
A little bit of weeble wobble.
Well, I mean, the fun part about it is the fact that Jakob here is almost 277 pounds of man.
Call me out like that.
And a 250-pound stump means almost nothing to him. He carries that for breakfast. So, all right.
All right, let's kick her back up.
Hey, close it. Yeah, for you amateurs out there, do not turn on the gas before the flame, or you walk into explosion. That sand is genius. Oh yeah, we've reached cherry. Cherry baby, cherry.
Okay, we're gonna twist it back around a little bit. We think that'll do.
Oh, you want it like that?
Well, it's definitely back in line, front to back.
Good.
Now it's just slightly skewed
Well, once you
to
give
the
it
side.
a slight wang,
A little bit of a,
it's wonky.
yeah, it's a little wonky.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll wonky the living snot out of it.
Indeed.
Just for the fun of it, Jacob,
Yeah.
smack the snot out of that thing.
Oh, you're talking like if
Yeah.
I hammer in the corner?
All right. All righty. I just wanted to see if, at that temp, if we were going to get a whole lot of actual work out of it.
Oh, probably not. From what I've seen, it's mostly like
At cherry.
at cherry to like once it starts fading, you can get some stuff done. But from what I've seen, like pretty
Right.
much once it's back to its original
But,
color, it's,
you know, we're trying to figure out what color is.
it's just adjacent more so to the right direction.
You don't necessarily want to cover this. Great. See that?
Yeah.
That's a bug. It flew in here and then fell into that heat wave, fell and incinerated.
Holy s- Wow. That's great.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. How we would go about re-straightening the handle without fucking up the twist.
Well, at this point in time, we don't. Next is just see what we can do to start hammering out a blade. This is one of the first things we're going to do is throw this away.
Yeah. Put it
The
in
main
junk
reason
pile.
why you got that twist wrong is because we're using the wrong tool. You're forced to lay all over it instead of stand here and just do this.
Right.
Because we don't have the leverage for it.
Yeah.
We get a 9-inch pipe wrench and a handle on the other end, and it's just, you saw how soft it was to move.
Oh yeah.
It's just you couldn't get any decent.
I couldn't equally distribute or push.
Yeah,
pull from both
well, your
sides.
torque was, always outside, not over top of.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can get it to where it's over top of,
Yeah.
to where you're just going rink, rink,
Yep.
That's getting long, brother. Still got some
it's
nice
coming out a
cherry
little
to
bit.
it. Yeah.
Okay, I can see. It's actually kind of, maybe it was just an illusion, but it's kind of straightening out the handle a little bit here. I think.
Probably.
Perhaps. Crusty. It's like those parts of me personally, I love toast. It's kind of giving you like those little crumbs that you get from toast when you cook it in there. It's kind of tasty looking. I don't know. You might see something bad.
You be making blades, my brother.
Yeah, we've been making stuff.
You making blades today.
And then we could look at it afterward and be like, damn, that is rough. And then
Yeah.
from there. Once we can make a knife that goes in a nice, beautiful straight line from tip to back, we'll be good.
Well, you're not far off. You
No.
really are. You're doing a nice job unconsciously of using the edge of this and working your metal off of it and trapping your handle back here and pushing out. Because it already has the shape of a blade.
Indeed. Just gotta pull it out a little more. Inside every piece of metal, there's a hidden knife.
That's right. That's
You just gotta find it. That's gonna be my new motto. Yeah.
Look at the front of the forge.
Oh yeah, it's like melting over.
It's pushing out.
I'm actually kind of worried about the stability of the forge now. The metal, at least.
Yeah, we might wind up having to get that concrete sooner than we think.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe. We're starting to smelt our forge, I think. We gotta be careful. I think.
Beauty. Beauty. Now you're making some headway.
Definitely bending more. That's a future me problem. Yeah. Trying to. How would you suggest we get this more centered? Because it's going around the
Right.
side. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Definitely one
For a
sided.
second. See your hammers. Okay. So if what we've got is it's actually leaning to that particular side, I'm
Right.
gonna pull her out a bit.
Huh.
Just straightened it.
Yeah. Wow, that was quick. Okay, cool.
Just free float it out here and put your pressure outside the anvil to where it can straighten that blade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That'll do.
We're getting there. Get it hot. That is just unbelievably fast.
Yeah.
That's some of that yellow hot.
Oh yeah. It's looking like the brick below it. It's starting to camouflage.
Yeah, it's almost disappearing into that yellow of the interior.
I think it's time to switch it up.
Bring it up. Check your line.
Check the what?
Check the line. Yeah, you're starting to tow it over.
You said just smack it
float it out there a bit.
Yep. That did not.
You went the wrong way.
Yeah.
Turn it over.
Flip to the other side.
Yep. Bring it out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Ooh.
Strength of 10 men.
Yeah. So,
let me borrow your tool real quick before this gets stupid cold. All right.
We might want to. I'm wondering if we could retwist the handle.
We can always retwist it. Yeah, we can always. Yeah, we can always retwist the sucker. Get it back in there.
Yeah.
As long as we're not dealing with much more, because your concern was this.
Yes. Blade.
Yeah, but we're not at blade that.
Yeah.
We're just gonna take this.
Yep.
And turn it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Next time we heat it up.
It out.
Yeah. Next time we heat it up. I mean, I'm not saying that we're getting anywhere near a finished product, but
it's progress.
Let's say 2 hours. We've got something that we can actually put to the grinder and start shaping it up some. That gives us, on an 8-hour day, that gives us 4 blades.
Yeah.
It's getting there. All the rest of you blacksmithing people out there that are laughing your butts off.
Tell us how dumb we look.
At our gross inability to do this correctly. Remember, you started this way too, okay?
I don't know. Some of them actually went to school for this.
They still had to start this way.
I suppose so, yeah.
You know, I mean, it's...
Dad says, hey, you want to do a cool project? It's really the handle. I was not expecting the handle to give me such a hassle right now. We'll figure it out. So the other side I'm trying to flatten out. The back side I'm trying to flatten out and then draw it, the rest of the metal forward.
Right.
So we can make like a knife. But I can't seem to figure out how to flatten the back without flattening the front as well. Because I have to hammer on one side and the other side is gonna have to lay flat against here. So I'm assuming the back side would be here and then I'd be hammering on the other side. But that also, like I said, still flattens the other side. So,
all right, we're there.
Kill.
Excuse me.
Okay, so back side's right here. We're gonna try. Definitely flattening the sides, which is not bad. Straight up.
So I was watching your strokes.
Yeah.
And you were trying to pull, but you went from here at this angle,
right,
which is where you're hitting flat, pulling,
just chopping.
You started coming across it on the point,
right?
And I was actually watching cut marks actually form in it because you're hitting just on this edge. One of the other things that those guys were talking about is working argumentatively away from yourself. So if this is we want this to be the edge, right? Right. So you got that natural push instead of this offhanded pull, right? And then your bevel gets to be more consistent because you can see the bevel. Here you can't.
Right.
It disappears behind the hammer. Here you're seeing the bevel as you're pushing off of it. Unbelievably warm. saddle. Hey. All right, this is going to be the blade side. Yes.
Yep.
Yep, that we can work on the grinder. It's getting
coming in.
skinnier.
Coming in.
It's getting skinnier. All right. I'm going to set that there temporarily. Whew. Let's look at our work. Yeah. Not certain if that's just scale resting on that tip.
We can try scraping it. I'm pretty sure it's metal that's folded over.
If we actually thin this down and bring it forward to this tip, we don't have to lose all of it. We'll shape that back end and keep it where it has some density, and then you'll wind up with, you know, more of a buoy type of tip where it goes.
Yep.
You know. Yeah, that's going to work out dandy.
Indeed.
Nice work, guys. Nice work. Considering none of us know what the hell we're doing. This is freaking awesome. Let me find us some water. We're going to quench the shit out of that. You're going to get to take that home.
After sharpening it up a little bit.
Well, I mean, all we're looking at is you get to take it home and, honey, look, I've got a shape. I mean, we did something. You did a fucking twist. Period.
Yeah.
And we've got it drawn out because you only had a nub about an inch on the end of this thing. It's now down out to 4.5 inches in length. So I mean this shows the working of the steel out, and we've also got a decent twist into it of some nature.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch a couple more things.
But this is the first, and I mean this is the first one that we've done. And is it good? But by no means.
No.
You know, it'd be real good if you wanted to keep a door open, you know, then yeah, you could just wedge it underneath the door and make a great door stop. But I wouldn't consider this to be anything.
Give them a concussion.
Oh yeah, concussion. Yeah, exactly. That'd be good for that, you know. But it's not a knife. It's a knife-shaped piece of metal that's twisted.
Yeah. And that's what.
All right. So you want to lightly warm this, buff the scale off of it, and if you want to, we'll throw it on that and kiss the edge of it and see what we can get about the illusion, right?
Right. Still hot, guys. We could do the spit test. Spit on it, and if it boils, then it's hot still.
Good man. Drop it in, dude.
Wow. In the water?
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure we got not very deep.
Let it go.
Yeah.
In a couple of minutes, we'll just flip it over. Decent. Stone.
Cool. A little too hot there?
Just hot. Yeah, let the water do its stuff. And wow.
Did it warm? Water. Holy shit, yeah, it got warm. That water is toasty.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it was, you see the steam coming up off the water.
Yep.
And it's not from the piece of material. Yeah, you're good. All right. All right, let's see what we can do to scald the shit out of this piece of metal. Wow.
Oh, man.
Crude, yes.
Yeah, this is crude. Yeah, crude. I think the belt is going to go before the edge is made on this thing. It is not going to stab anything.
Go ask Cat for a tomato.
A tomato?
Yep.
Cat, I was sent to grab a tomato. She only has some little ones?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. We got a multitude. Look at our assortment, our selection here. I kind of feel bad, actually. I might eat a couple of these.
You may. But we need at least 2.
Damn. You sure you need 2? You want one?
Must be sharp. We know that the job is done. Why? Bruce is bleeding.
So you don't need the 2 tomatoes.
We know it cuts humans. Oof.
A little bit of sliceage, a little bit. Slow-mo.
And that's without a stone.
Yeah, that is not bad.
That's just raw filing.
For just a hunk of metal with unusual ergonomics, it is capable of doing things.
Go show that to the bride.
Yes.
She will be pleased.
Oh, yeah, definitely in a straight line. Definitely.
Not bad considering that, put it on that double-lot belt sander over there.
Yeah, you can feel it. It's definitely going to hurt the first time, probably the second time, maybe even the third time you get slashed with this. I'd be worried.
Yeah. And if
more about the tetanus possibility.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest, yeah.
Yeah.
The wielder also actually should probably consider that just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sink that sucker in that stump.
Yeah.
Oofa.
Beautiful. Gorgeous. Elegant.
And now you get to take it back to your bride.
The ship might as well be elven.
That's right. As far as you're concerned, it is.
Definitely giving more of an orcish vibe, to be honest. But
yeah, I'm thinking, what are they? Oh. Not the orcs. The
Urukai.
Urukai.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely an Urukai blade.
Yeah. They have a little more serration on theirs, from what I recall. Though.
We can fix that.
Yeah.
Put it over there. For your first time, 2 hours later, you've got something that you could remotely call a knife. And that's about the best we could say, is that it's remotely called a knife. The long and short of it is just that. If you're not doing it because it's fun, don't do it. And if you're not doing it because you're going to get better at it, don't do it. No, it's just that simple. If this is what it looks like for us to do this the first time we ever heated up the forge, imagine what you can do in the next couple of months after you start.
So if you ever happen to be in the apocalypse and you're running low on supplies, you happen to find an abandoned railroad track without bandits, preferably, you can get a couple railroad spikes. Doesn't matter if it's wonky, you got a shiv. So you got something with you. Might be able to rob some unarmed people, so that would work out. But outside of like unarmed people, I wouldn't suggest it probably.
Yeah.
Or
be real sneaky.
Or be really sneaky.
Or
that
really
also
sneaky.
works.
That'd work.
Actually, that's some pretty unusual alignment for holding a reverse grip. That's not terrible, actually. Kind of like what's that? Marsoc dagger.
Yeah, exactly.
Where it's like slightly like the one that they originally had, where it's the handle actually is slightly skewed to the side.
Right.
Yeah, that could work.
Sure.
That's if this was intentional, is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
It's 100% not.
Right. It's designed for back fisting.
Yeah.
So you're carrying thus.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or that type of arrangement.
Yeah. When I said that was unintentional, that was a joke.
That was a joke. No, we really meant to do it this way. And the added scale texture makes it to where you're not going to drop this even when your hands get wet.
Yes. And it gets the job done.
Yeah, believe me.
So, That's it, I think.
Ta-da.
There it is. First knife. Not the prettiest thing, but hopefully with some time, that's not going to do anything. Hopefully with some time, we'll be able to improve on this and make something a little more
Serviceable.
serviceable.
There's the word.
That's
serviceable.
a good way to put it. Yeah.
That's serviceable. That's freaking awesome. For a first go at it, if we warmed it up one more time,
We could re-straighten it.
we could flatten that out and take that bit of a dog foot out of it.
Oh yeah.
But frankly, I like the recurve on it because it just love that thumb point. And it's got good weight. Also, if you need to, right in the freaking temple.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just the
Hammer strike
just a
right
nice.
to the, right to the
Yeah, it could
temple.
work.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Any outro? He's focused.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That'll do.
That's not bad at all.
The cameraman's leaving. I think he's not getting paid right now for this extra time he's putting in, so
He's just wandering away.
yeah, I think he hit the 9 to 5 part.
True.
He's like, it's 5, I'm getting out.
I'm out.
See you next time.
Like, share, subscribe.